My name is Allison Mullings, and I am a 3L. I took the individual representation clinic in the fall of 2006, the very beginning of my second year. I would definitely say that client relationships that I built, I had two cases, and there were two single working mothers in a landlord, both had landlord-tenant, they lived in the same building, they had landlord-tenant issues. It was pretty huge in their lives. They were worried about where they were going to live. They were worried about finding more affordable housing, and it turned out they were able to stay where they were at, and we were able to renegotiate their rental contracts. So it was just really remarkable how they opened up their lives. They were so appreciative. They were so thankful to have the civil justice clinic, and it was amazing for me to be the person providing services. I found it challenging to always, not to get too invested in the personal side with my clients, to maintain a little bit of distance, to keep it professional, keep it where I would maintain my objectivity. And I had a really hard time telling them bad news, when the law really wasn't working on their side, or where, the owner of the building had, some pretty serious claims against them, or, he could easily kick them out. And like those things were difficult for me, but as a future lawyer, I realized like that's my job, and is not to sugarcoat that and try to make it go away, but to deal with it heads on and try to still find the best solution for them. I think for me, I realized you really have to bring a lot of yourself to the course. It's not a course you can coast through. Even aside from the amount of work, and there's a lot of reading, there's a lot of preparation that goes into it before you even get your cases, before you even start to deal with the actual issues that you're going to be knee-deep in soon enough. But it's a really personal experience. I think we were a class of 15 or 16. It's like I feel like by the end of the semester, I knew every one of those people really, really well, and I feel like they all knew me really well. It's a really it's a class that takes a lot of commitment, and you definitely have to come from day one with that commitment in order to succeed. It was much different. Like I said, I took it beginning of my second year. I was really burned out after a first year, just the grind of exams and substantive courses and the big 15-unit semester. So it was a really refreshing change. It was a total departure. It was like for me it worked out really well. I kicked off like the last 2 years on a good note, after maybe not having the best first year experience possible, and it like kind of redirected me like back to like why I wanted to come to law school in the first place, why I want to be a lawyer. So for me it was great. It was a great contrast, and I was really glad I had the opportunity. Transformative. I think it was the transition of the law from the books to the clients in a real world setting. And it kind of brought me along with it. And I had a great relationship with my clients. And I had one client, she was just a really dynamic person, and she was really appreciative of the service and everything, but I think she really understood what I was going through. And when we were closing up her case and her relationship, and she said, "I'm so glad my case helped you on your path to becoming a lawyer." I think it was really one of those completely symbiotic relationships where everybody was kind of benefiting. I feel like the school benefits, being out there helping the community. I feel the community benefits, and then we benefit as students. So it's just all those things wrapped up into one package.